Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Aulia Sagitananda. I'm from class 335A07 with name 33230074. Today, I will discuss about presentation syntax project 2 in part 1 about subject, auxiliary, inversion, and relative clause. It's namely subject, auxiliary, inversion, and relative clause. These topics are essential in understanding how English sentence structure work, especially in forming questions and adding information to nouns. So, let's start. So guys, in the first slide, I will explain Introduction. Syntax studies the structure of sentence. English has specific rules for the first one, question formation. Second one, clause modification. And then this presentation discusses about subject, auxiliary, inversion, and relative clause. So, let's explain. So everyone, syntax is a branch of linguistics that studies the structure and arrangement of words in sentences. English has specific grammatical rules and regulate. So question formation, clause modification, therefore this presentation focuses on subject, auxiliary, inversion, relative clause, and the both are fundamental concepts in English grammar and syntax. Okay, so we move to definition. In definition, we have 2 points. Number 1, a syntactic process where the auxiliary verb precedes the subject. 2, commonly used in yes or no questions, negative sentence, and then conditional structure. Alright, definition of subject auxiliary inversion. Subject auxiliary inversion is a syntactic process in which the auxiliary verb precedes the subject in a sentence. This structure is commonly used in yes or no question. So negative constructions is usually using to conditional sentences. Inversion helps distinguish statement from question and ensure grammatical accuracy. Okay, we move to basic structure. Normal sentence order, subject, auxiliary plus verb. Inversion structure, auxiliary plus subject plus verb. The auxiliary verb changes position with the subject. The normal sentence structure in subject plus auxiliary plus verb. For example, she is reading a book. In inversion, the structure becomes auxiliary plus subject plus verb. This change occurs mainly in interrogative sentences. Okay, next example. Declarative sentence. For example, she is reading a book. Question from is she reading a book? The auxiliary verb is moves before the subject she. Alright, we move to function of subject auxiliary inversion. The function of inversion include distinguishing statement from question, maintaining grammatical correctness, or being commonly used in both spoken and written English. Next, transition to next topic. Okay, subject auxiliary inversion focuses on word order. And the next topic focuses on clause structure. And then the second topic is relative clause. After discussing subject auxiliary inversion, the next topic will be explained is relative clause. While inversion focuses on sentence order, relative clause focus on adding information to nouns within a sentence. Definition of relative clause. A relative clause is a dependent clause used to modify or describe a noun introduced by relative pronouns such as who, which, that, whose, and where. Okay, next, function of relative clause. The function of a relative clause are to provide additional information about a noun, to make sentences more specific and clear, to avoid repetition in sentences. Next, example. Example of relative clause. The student, for example, like the student who sits next to me is very smart. Who sits next to me? Is there a relative clause? It modifies the noun the student. Next, type of relative clause. There are two main types of relative clause. The first one, restrictive relative clause, essential to the meaning of the sentence, does not use commas. For example, the student who studies hard will pass. And 2. Non-restrictive relative clause adds extra non-essential information, uses commas. For example, my brother, commas, who lives in Jakarta, commas, is a teacher. Part 2 about example for syntax. I have 5 sentences about syntax. So let's explain. The first example, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. This sentence is a simple declarative sentence. The basic syntactic structure follows the rule subject, noun phrase, and verb phrase. The noun phrase function as the subject and consists of the determiner, the adjectives quick and brown, and the noun fox. The verb phrase contains the main verb jump and a prepositional phrase over the lazy dog. The adjective lazy modifies the noun dog inside the object noun phrase. This example clearly shows how modifiers are organized within noun and phrase. Okay. Second, the girl who is wearing a red dress is dancing. This sentence is a complex sentence because it contains a relative clause. The main structure is still subject noun phrase and verb phrase, where the subject noun phrase is the girl. The relative clause who is wearing a red dress modifies the noun girl. The word who functions as a relative pronoun referring back to the girl. The relative clause has its own internal structure consisting of a subject and a verb phrase, and then the main verb phrase is dancing, which completes the sentence. Third, Zephano saw the Yehezkiah with the telescope. This sentence demonstrates structural ambiguity. The basic structure is subject to noun phrase and then verb phrase. The subject noun phrase is Zifano. The verb phrase contains the verb saw and object noun phrase the Yehezkiah and a professional phrase with the telescope. This professional phrase can be interpreted in two ways. It can modify the verb saw, meaning Zifano used a telescope, or it can modify the noun Yehezkiah, meaning Yehezkiah had a telescope. This ambiguity occurs because the professional phrase can attack either the verb phrase or the noun phrase. Fourth, she believes that the earth is round. This sentence is a complex sentence containing a complement clause. The main structure is subject, noun phrase, verb phrase, where the subject is she. The verb phrase contains the verb believes followed by a complementizer phrase. And the word that functions as a complementizer introducing the embedded clause. So the clause that the earth is round functions as the object of the verb believes and has its own sentence structure. Okay, next, the last number. The house where I grew up has been demolished. This sentence is a complex sentence with a relative adverb clause. The main subject noun phrase is the house. The clause where I grew up modifies the noun house. The word where functions as a relative. And then adverb indicating place, the relative clause has its own internal structure. So, the main verb phrase uses a perfect passive construction has been demolished, which emphasizes the result rather than the agent. Alright, everyone. So, this syntactic analysis shows how English sentences are structured heuristically using phrase structure rules. And then 3 diagrams help us visualize the relationship between constituents and explain how meaning is constructed. Complex sentences may contain relative clause, complement clauses, or structural ambiguity. Overall, syntactic analysis highlights the importance of structure, dependency in understanding grammatical meaning, not just word order. Okay, that's all my presentation about project syntax in part 2. I'm so sorry if I make many mistakes for this explain. So thank you for the attention and see you.